hello, and welcome to KJ's Kitchen. I am KJ. I am 14 years, a master fitness trainer, a fitness nutrition specialist, and most important to me, I'm a happy mom serving up healthy meals from my kitchen to yours every Wednesday here on Facebook on Get KJ Fit fan page. So I am so excited to talk to you today about energy, about superfood. So, have you ever gotten a Lara? Do I say it right? Lara Bar or Lara Bar? I don't know. Lara. Whoever you call that bar, a Lara or a Lara. They are, I like that they, for a processed food that is going to be a grab and go, I like that it's simple ingredients. But I'm going to show you today how you can recreate a superfood bar like that, but it's going to have, I'm going to top the nutrient load, and I'm going to beat out a couple things with that nutrient breakdown. So I'm going to show you a bar you can make at home. Your kids are going to love it. My kids do. My husband, 2 thumbs up from him. That you don't even have to bake it or cook it, and it'll be easy grab and go for you when you're at home. So what are you doing? You're omitting the wrappers. That's good for the environment. You're increasing the nutrition, and it's going to taste just as good. It's going to serve your body better. So let's get started. I'm using a food processor today. Now there are a lot of ingredients involved, but you're making a big tray of it. So it's not like you have to do this repetitively. You're going to make a big tray and serve yourself 18 to 20 bars in one recipe. So let's start with the mindful sugar. Okay, so I'm going to be using, if you've ever had a Lara Bar, I don't know how to say it. They're usually fruit and nut based, and then they bring in whatever flavor, whether that be chocolate or whatever's happening. So fruit of choice to bring in the sweetness are dates. If you don't enjoy dates, I'm going to be putting a lot of stuff in here. I promise you're not really going to taste it. It's not going to taste like a date bar. We're going to go for 6 dates. These ones in particular are they have pits. So to unpick that, I'm just using a little paring knife, and I do a little thin slice. Like, guys, these are so soft and fresh. They're amazing. Open her up. You see the tiny pit in there? Just take your knife and whoop, scoop out that pit, right? So that's quick and easy. I'm just going to unpit this guy. So he's empty and open. Tossing him into my food processor. I want 6 of these. Doesn't take long. I like to do this in real time. So I'm just going to cut out 6. That's 2. Here we go. So the mindful sugar around dates is loaded with potassium. So that's a really great mineral to get in your body. Here we go. And we've got, boop, boop. See, the good thing about dating it for getting these pits out. Wait, where did that pit go? Did I not get the pit out? You can count the pits to make sure you get them all out, just like that. So I'm up to 4. Here's 5. Simple and easy. Like I said, a lot of ingredients because this is going to be a powerful, nutritious snack for you. And last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. Any moms out there? You know what I'm saying. Here we go. Last day. I mean, it happens. Sometimes I'm in the shower singing these kid tunes even. And I don't mean to. So like I'm trying to scan that jukebox in my head. So there's our carb load and sugar load. 6 dates. Now I'm going to move through the dry foods first before we go into the liquid foods. This is cashew based. Haven't tried it with walnuts, but I'm sure if you want to get a little creative on this recipe, cashews, I went for halves and pieces. It saves you money. You're going to be grinding this up anyway. This is salted. I don't mind roasted and salted, and the salt brings forward a lot of flavor on any food. So this is going to make it so I'm not salting this bar. This has salt in it. I'm using a 1/2 cup of cashews. There we go. And let's move next into other dry ingredients. And again, salted and nutty. I said something nutty is happening today in my kitchen. Sunflower kernels. These again, roasted and salted. If you wanna go raw and you wanna go no salt, you choose. You might be sprinkling in your own pink Himalayan salt. The raw has a different flavor. I really like roasted things, so that's gonna be all up to you. I have my little 2 tablespoons of sunflower kernels. That's him. Now into chia seed. This is gonna pump in the fiber and some more healthy fats. So chia seed, we're going for 2 tablespoons as well. I have a little bit left in this bag. You can grab these anywhere. Aldi's, Walmart, Trader Joe's. Chia is at many stores. And it also, the thing about chia is when it gets blended up and liquid meets chia, it starts to get a little gelatinous. So this is really good also for binding. It's gonna help with the binding, even though if you can see it, it's just a bunch of seeds, right? All right, 2 tablespoons of chia. A lot of good fiber in that. We're looking at 8 grams of fiber I just added in. Next is maca. You're familiar with maca powder. This is organic maca powder from Trader Joe's. You can order this on Amazon. I'm not sure, maybe Walmart's carrying maca these days. I've been using maca for over 15 years now. It's really good for stamina. If you know, it's fine for my children. My children eat these. It's only a teaspoon going into the entire thing of bars, but it's really good for libido. So I don't know if any of you out there like that. You'd be putting this in your smoothie every day. You could be sprinkling it on top of things, desserts, salads. It's got a nutty taste. This one in particular, from Trader Joe's, says it's heated gently to remove the starch, so you're left with just this nutty, awesome flavor. 1 teaspoon of maca. Get your maca on, right? So 1 teaspoon, get that going. Like I said, even if it enhances libido, you're gonna have to do that consistently to enhance your libido for some maca powder. You're not just gonna eat one of these KJ bars, AKA Lara Bars, and be like, bow, bow. You're gonna have to use this as a consistent thing if you wanna see that. So I'm fine giving this to my kids. It's just a micro dose there. You know what I'm getting at, right? Okay, what fun is a bar if you don't get some chocolate? So these are just mini semi-sweet morsels. You could go, I really like to go for like 60 or 70% dark, but when I can't find that, I grab semi-sweet rather than a milk chocolate. Going for 2 tablespoons. These are minis, guys. This is how I created the recipe. So I look for minis. If you're going with big, I don't know how many big fit in there or how quickly they grind up. So I do suggest minis, 2 tablespoons. Because they're semi-sweet, they're very dark chocolate. There's 2 tablespoons. Chocolate's not over yet. We're going for cocoa. If you have raw cacao, awesome. I don't always get my hands on it, so I'm just using cocoa today, just baking cocoa. This one came from Walmart. You could do dark. I do have dark cocoa in my cupboard, but I used a standard in this. 2 tablespoons. So 2 tablespoons mini chocolate chips, semi-sweet. 2 tablespoons cocoa powder. Okay, because chocolate rocks. Now I did dissect this for the nutritional breakdown. And I'm comparing this to a Lara Bar, 2 versions of Lara Bar. They're the same ingredient nutrition label that are both chocolate and nutty. This one's chocolate, nutty, and coconutty. We're gonna get into coconut right now. I got 3 versions of coconut going into this. So it is cashew coconut chocolate bar. I'm gonna start with organic unsweetened. This is no sweet. Unsweetened coconut flakes, okay? So 2 tablespoons of that. 2 tablespoons coconut flakes. We're gonna save some coconut flakes for later because they're really pretty on top and they give it a little extra crunchy crunch. And they make it pretty for the kids. You can see there's lots of ingredients going on here, guys. You probably have most of these already in your kitchen if you are a superfood junkie like myself. Coconut flour. 1 tablespoon. This is just gonna help soak up a little bit of the liquid. And whoop, Bring it on. It's gonna add 2.5 grams more fiber into this. So like I tell you, I'm hooking you up with super food. We're gonna go into some coconut oil, but I add that last on top so that my liquid doesn't get to the bottom of the food processor. I don't need the liquid spinning around because the dates make it very thick. But we're gonna talk about the other superfoods that I'm adding. I love my company, Isogenics. That's my partner company because I love the integrity of their ingredients. I love the flavor that it's not a bunch of artificial sweeteners and artificial things. So the flavor still tastes great. These superfood greens are insanely nourishing. So this is an equivalent nutritionally to eating 5 or 6 servings of dark leafy greens and vegetables. It is the phytonutrient equivalent of 30. Right? So incredible. 30 antioxidant, phytonutrient rich ingredients in here. We're gonna go with a single scoop. I wish I could tell you how much that is. If you don't wanna use my greens and you think your greens, your superfood greens taste amazing, because these are sweet, they taste more like apple juice than they do anything green. So you could use your own greens. Hopefully they're gonna taste just as good as mine. 1 scoop. I'd say that looks like a couple tablespoons. I don't know. I guess I never measured that scooper to really know better. Does it say? Does it tell me? It doesn't tell me. Okay, so this is something Lara Bars are not putting in. They're not packing in 30 loads of phytonutrients from, or 5 or 6 servings of veggies into their recipe. And what I don't love about, you can make a lot of energy and protein balls, little energy balls they call them. They're usually loaded with oats and honey and all that other stuff. Sure, they're a carb load for energy because that's what we talk about for energy is carbs, but they're not always super high in protein. Well, Lara Bar is not either. I'm pumping in 36 grams of protein. This is just whey, vanilla whey. Now we do, in my company, offer a meal replacement protein for those of you who use my products. This is the ISA Pro. All it is whey protein, grass-fed, undenatured, happy brain, it feeds the brain. 2 scoops of this is 36 grams. There's nothing else involved. This is how I created the recipe, but I'm not sure if it would work the same. It might work just the same if you are adding in the isolene, but it will change the caloric load, change the carb count, and change the protein count. So if you want to stick with this recipe, you're going to go with just protein. 2 scoops, guys, that's equivalent if you're using your own protein. Again, I don't promise that it's going to give you the same nutritional value or effect on your muscle or mind, but you're thinking half cup of your desired vanilla whey. If you are vegan, feel free to do this with vegan powder. I can't call it vegan whey because it's no longer whey if it's vegan. We've got the dates. We've got chocolate. Well, the cocoa and the cocoa's bitter. The dates are a little sweet. The mini morsel chocolate chips are a little sweet. We're gonna add 1 tablespoon of honey. Guys, this is a low carb Lara. This bar is gonna be better for you. We're going 1 tablespoon. Whoop. I'm gonna dribble that around and get my little spatula here. I don't want any honey going to waste. So I got my little rubber spatula, silicone spatula. Just scraping that honey out and getting everything good off that spoon. And if my daughter were here, I know she'd be the one requesting, but she's not, so mommy gets this one. Never leave honey behind, especially raw honey, local if you can find it. Last but not least, the healthy fats. We're going in for coconut oil. Half cup coconut oil. This is my last ingredient. I'm gonna show you the magic in a second once I process this in the processor. I'm using a 1/4 cup here so I can fit it in the jar. So 2 1/4 cups is a half cup. You can divvy it up any way you like, and maybe it doesn't fit in the jar like I wish. Okay, good thing I've got a spoon. So Now that I've got a spoon, there's no reason to do it twice. I'm just gonna fill up this half cupper. Last night I had a different jar. I ran out and I opened this jar this morning. And last night's jar, my quarter cup fit into just fine. Yeah, I created this recipe last night. Tried to match the Lara Bar for at least, matching it, if not beating it out nutritionally. Here I go, 1/2 cup. Scoop him into here too. Now, if you don't have a food processor, I suggest you get one, trying this out. I did, because I know a lot of people have Ninja or Vitamix. I tried this in my Vitamix. It was not pretty. So unless you know better skills in your Vitamix, I had to literally with my fingers be pulling it out of the blades. Unlike with the processor, my second time around, the processor worked like a charm. And here we go. We're gonna get to business. Boop, ba-doop. Pardon the noise. I'm gonna turn it to dough because it's gonna get thick and maybe behave like dough. And I'm gonna turn her on and like a magic start. You can see it get thick right here. It's kind of binding, it's kind of like bound onto one side. It got nice and thick. I'm gonna get my spatula, bring her around again, and give her one more whip. If you guys can see what I'm looking at, it kind of all got stuck onto one side, but here's what it's starting to look like. Now you can keep it seedy and chunky if you want to taste those cashews in big pieces. I'm gonna give it one more whip around and make those even smaller. Here we go. Got this bad boy back on. Here we are. I might pulse it, get your pulse on, and then let her rock. Seeing if that pulsing would keep it down a little before it comes back up. And guys, just be patient because you're gonna decide, do I want it chunky nutty? I'm gonna give it one last whip, because I see only a couple more large pieces. Everything else looks nice and small to me. One last whip around, and then we're gonna spread it. Here we go. Not too shabby. Now, a lot of people like balls. I mean like energy balls. Okay, that came out wrong. So you could, if you want to get messy, you could take this dough. You could roll it into balls. Look at my lipstick. You could roll it into balls, and you could roll it around in your coconut flakes. The reason I don't do this is, number one, it's an extra step, it's messy, and then it doesn't look like a Lara Bar anymore. Number two, the coconut itself that you're rolling it around in is adding more calories, fat, and I'm just doing one layer of coconut on top, so when you're eating the bar, the coconut's just on the top. If you're rolling it around, you are gonna be, getting more in you. It's still healthy, but you can overdo anything healthy just as well. This is the dough. I'm placing it in a mid-sized Pyrex. You will choose the size of yours. This is a 7x11 Pyrex. Pyrex, I choose and I line it with parchment because it can go in the freezer just as much as the oven. I really like Pyrex. And a lot of them have lids. So here we go. We're gonna dump this puppy in. Boop, just like that. Dump him in. If there's a little lingering behind, get him out. Just a couple pieces here. And I'm pressing it into the pan. Press it down, make it pretty. Here we go. Now this is easy to do. Like I had said, a lot of ingredients, but really simple. And you can get the kids involved. They could be excited to be making these bars with you. You'll notice the consistency is fruity and gooey, kind of like a Lara Bar is too. It's got that chewiness. But the texture is going to be different, I promise you that. Being that we're going to put these in the freezer for about 15 to 20 minutes so they get a little more firm and not as gooey. There we go. Now, if your kids don't love these, my daughter was like, woohoo, these are awesome. You might think of, I mean, if you're gonna give your kids things like chocolate chips anyway, say in like their normal, look, I pressed it down. If you're giving your kids chocolate chips anyway, you could, yes, top this with coconut, but you could also sprinkle more chocolate chips on there. What they're getting is amazing superfood underneath. So think of it as a parent. Well, they're gonna get the chocolate anyway. Can I add it to superfood? That's gonna be up to you. I really think I did a deal on my chin over there with my lipstick. All right, let's rock and roll, guys. Here's the last but not least. You're topping it off with those unsweetened coconut flakes. And here's another thing. If your kids are sweet tooth kids, use sweetened ones. It's gonna boost the sugar, but if you're giving them sugar anyway, you can, sneak in the good stuff. Quarter cup. I say quarter cup because that's what I did for the nutrition when I'm telling you the nutritional value. If you feel the need to do less or more, you're just changing the nutrition up from what I am gonna be telling you these are packing in. Here we go, almost done. I like to get nice and close to the edges so that no bar is gonna be left with a empty edge. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. There you are. Boom. Here we are. Check it out. Pretty. So I'm gonna put that in the freezer. But I also put last night's in the freezer. I'm gonna pull her out and show you. This is last night's. I taste tested it while it was not firm to know that it tasted great. And this morning I cut one leg off and had my husband, and my daughter taste it. So I knew I was bringing you a very exceptional KJ bar. So you're gonna take your knife. I'll show you. This one's been in the freezer much longer than 15 or 20 minutes. So if you're looking to eat these up, you're gonna at least let them sit for 15 to 20 minutes in the freezer. But if they've been in longer, we're gonna go Lara sized. Let's see here, I'd say like I can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Here we go, Lara sized. I'm gonna show you this, and it's a little more firm when frozen, so you could leave this out for like just a second. And I'm gonna cut it and show you the size of the bar. Does that not remind you of a Lara bar in size anyway? They're usually small, compact. Being this is a little, been freezing for overnight and half a day, it's more firm. So you'd leave them out for 3 to 5 minutes and it's gonna get a softer touch. The coconut on top is a little frozen, gives it a little extra crunch. Chocolate heaven. Love that your kids will eat this. Love that you, when you need a boost, you can eat this. Boost of energy, packed with protein. Let me tell you the nutritional equivalent. Lara Bar, chocolate Lara bars. 200 calories. KJ bar, 155 calories. Lara Bar, 27 carbohydrates. KJ bar, 10 carbohydrates. I did better than half. I almost did a third. Okay, here's a difference. Lara Bar, 10 grams fat. KJ bar, 12 grams fat. Healthy fats, guys. Fats don't make us fat when they're coming from animals and plants. Fat that's unhealthy is created from trans fats, refined carbohydrates and sugars, and crapo preservatives. We're going preservative free here. Last but not least, I matched the protein, 4 grams of protein in a Lara Bar that is a chocolate Lara Bar, and 4 grams protein in a KJ bar. Boom! Okay, I brought it today. I brought you homemade Lara bars. Lara, How do you say it? I'd love to hear. I don't even know how you can say that in a comment field because you gotta say it to tell me. So maybe you're gonna call me. Call me, I like to talk. Here we go. In the freezer, 15 to 20 minutes. I hope this served you. And if it did, please share this video to your wall so others can start following me too and learning healthy, practical meals from my kitchen to theirs. And if you know of a friend who needs an upgrade on their snacks, tag them in the comment field so that they can start following me. If you're not following me on Get KJ Fit fan page, you just hit the like button or follow, make sure you get notifications. You can catch me live here every Wednesday at 12 o'clock on Facebook. And I encourage you, share the love, guys. This is free recipes from my kitchen to yours. All I want to do is help every person live a healthier life by tweaking what they're already doing. You're already eating things like this. Let me just show you a little up level on your health for doing a couple fine tweaks. Have an awesome rest of your day and rest of your week. I'm gonna be posting a live link in this comment thread. If you want all of the KJ Kitchen recipes in your inbox, you're gonna subscribe. And if you've already subscribed, don't worry, the recipe will be coming to you shortly. Have an awesome, beautiful Wellness Wednesday and enjoy the first day of spring. Take care, guys. See you next week.